It's coffee time!
Good morning and welcome to my Saturday morning. So today, normally what I like to do Saturday mornings is go to the gym early and get my workout done, but we know gyms are closed right now. So what I do instead is I just make some coffee and I go through all of my YouTube comments. I try to plan a little bit new upcoming videos, things like that. I just give myself a couple of hours in the morning to just, you know, make a to-do list, all of this organization stuff. I just think that in the morning I can focus on those things way better than later on the day. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have some coffee and we're gonna get productive. Also, I might have ordered a couple of books through Amazon. Do you also like the coffee as dark as your soul? No? Just me? Okay. Okay guys, so I have answered to all the comments from both my channels. I have two channels, so I always have to go through all the comments. And I have a lot of things in my head that I want to do. Do you know these days where it's the morning, you had some coffee and you're like, I want to do this and I want to do this and I want to do these, and you know you're not going to be able to do all of it the same day, so it's kind of sad. I also have finally updated my Goodreads, and I decided to grab a couple of novellas from NetGalley that were available, a couple of horror mystery thriller novellas, see if I can squeeze them in this weekend. I know it's not like I don't have like 300 books at home waiting for me. I am currently 450 pages into Funland. Let me grab that quickly. So I did a quick reading sprint between answering comments, so I just have this left. I have like 50 pages left because this book is exactly 500 pages. That is so pleasing for my OCD. So actually the last 150 pages are pretty good. I feel like this week with Death Can Wait and Funland, I might have been giving a little bit more of critique comments, but I have been enjoying both books. Especially this one because I really like the way that Richard Lehman writes, and the last 150 pages, they're amazing. I'm loving them and I'm here for it, and it kind of pays off for the whole build-up of all the different characters, the whole backgrounds, their whole stories that have been developed, and I love it how it's all coming together. And I only have 50 pages left. And I'm excited, but like I said, the last like pages, something's been happening. There's been more blood moments and I'm all for that. So yeah, this one is kind of turning around. Like at the beginning I was like, I don't know, and then I started loving it more and more. So I think at this point I'm at least gonna give it 4 stars, so you know that it's gonna be good. You guys, I just got an update from Amazon that my package is 6 stops away from me. And you know the excitement when you know you're getting books even though you order them yourself, so you know they're coming, but you're still excited, you know, you're still excited, you just still want them books. Yeah, I haven't ordered books for a while, so I don't know, I just jumped into it. And I just you know, treated myself with a couple books because November has been harsh. I have not had access to my gym, and I'm not able to see my boyfriend every week like we used to. So I feel like it was okay to treat myself with some books. Okay, you guys, so the post came. It's funny because they sent it in 2 different packages. So one book was together with my cat's food. And that is the first one that I got in the mail. So that is Plain Bad Heroines by Emily M. Danforth. I have heard really good things about this book. I think it's supposed to be kind of like a classic gothic story, and it has blurbs on the back by Joe Hill, Paul Tremblay, and Sarah Waters. This is one that came out recently, I think in the last couple of months actually, and I talked about it on my new releases video, and I've been really intrigued about it because it follows women that go to this kind of school. So I'm hoping for a little bit of dark academia, and I think it follows different timelines as well, and some sort of like club that they form, these women praising, I think, an artist or something. I'm not really sure, but that is kind of what I remember of it. And it is so pretty. Like, the hardcover is so pretty, and this book is a book that I wanted in hardcover because it is very chunky. Okay, it is over 600 pages, and for some reason the books are so big. I don't like them in paperback so much because I just feel like it's just too thick. I don't know, it's just a preference of mine. Okay, so this one just looks stunning, and it has illustrations that look like the old school, you know, gothic tales illustration kind of style, and I'm living for it. I'm really loving it. I don't know when I'm gonna get to it because it's chunky, so I don't think it's still gonna happen this year, but maybe it could be a good one for January. We will see. But this is the first one that I got. Let's put it there where it deserves to be. And the other books are in this package here. Okay. So the first one, let me show you, is the Deathless Girls. This is another one that I had on my wish list that was on sale now, because this follows the brides of Dracula. So I was like, yes please. And this book looks stunning. It's not just the cover that it's stunning, it's also what it is on the inside. Have you seen these end pages? Excuse me, and boom, have you seen that? Have you seen that naked book? Oh my god, it is gorgeous, and I'm hoping to love it. I am excited that this is a completely new take on the story of Dracula, and we are following basically his brides, which I think is really interesting. And I don't know, high expectations for this book. Also so pretty. And the third book that I got, I know there's two people, they're gonna be so happy, so excited that I picked up this book. I'm talking to you, Ola. I'm talking to you, Kayla from Crack Into a Good Book. I'm talking to you, girls. I got The Hollow Places by T. Kingfisher. I did. And I mean, this edition, I mean, this cover, it is so pretty, so beautiful. I like this cover more. I don't know if this is a UK cover. I have the feeling this is the UK cover, and it looks so pretty. I'm hoping it's going to live up to the expectations because I have been so hyped about this book. Everybody has been telling me to pick it up. Everybody has been loving it. So I kind of feel the pressure. You know, those books, like, you feel the pressure of reading it and you feel like you need to love it as much as your friends did. So I'm kind of scared. Alright guys, real quick, I just finished in like 20 minutes Funland by Richard Lehman. I have to say, I was not expecting to love this book so much, but the last maybe 200 pages have been so amazing. I got all the nice blood and gore that my heart wanted, and the last part was so much fun that I'm loving it. I think, you know, it's a book that actually, even though I just read it and even though it's 500 pages, I think it would be nice to reread it at some point, because then, now that I really got to know all the characters, rereading it would give me another kind of look into their lives, because at the beginning there were so many characters at the same time that it took me a little bit to organize them in my head. So now that I am familiar with the characters, actually rereading it would be a really nice and interesting experience. So I ended up really enjoying it, and the ending is so messed up and so disturbing, like the last 100 pages or so, that I just loved it. So I think I'm gonna end up giving it 4.5 coffee mugs, I think, because in the end it was entertaining it had really interesting characters, even though some of the things that they did, or some of the things like insta love, maybe they were not my favorite things, but still a really good cast of characters. It had a really nice amount of blood and gore at the end. It was, you know, intriguing, entertaining. So yeah, all in all, I'm gonna give it 4.5. And I really love the setting as well. I think the author does a really good job to create this kind of small town people feeling, and this fun park. It feels kind of isolated from society, and it just comes across so well. Yeah, I think this was also would be something great for a movie or something like that, this kind of stories. Yeah, so really enjoyed it. And another one down for the evilathon. I am on time with my readings, which is amazing. So we're going to be also finishing today Death Can't Wait, and I'll give you my last thoughts on that book as well.
You okay? Huh? Are you okay, my gremlin? How is your Saturday going? Tell everybody. Say, I've been sleeping, and I've been being a naughty girl. Yeah? Mommy's gonna go have a bath. You gonna come? Huh?
Oh, hi guys. This is a new perspective for you, but I just finished recording a video that I'm gonna upload tomorrow. Today is Sunday, and I always upload Mondays and Thursdays on my movie channel, so I was getting the video for tomorrow ready, and I decided to give you a reading update for this beautiful Sunday. So I did finish yesterday Death Can't Wait. I really enjoyed that the story was fast-paced, it was action-packed, there was always something happening, and it was a great survival story. It is, like I've mentioned, 4 friends that decide to take a boat trip back home after the holidays. However, after a storm, they end up stranded on an island, and they believe at the beginning that the worst thing is going to be like how to make a fire, how to get food, how to get proper water. But what they're not considering is that they might not be alone in the island, and they are confronted with other people that live in the island that are not so nice. So it kind of turns into this survival story, fighting for your life, and I did enjoy that aspect of the book. And the, you know, once we get to that part, it really gets like action-packed. A lot of things are happening. There are fights, there are fires, there is gore, and I really did enjoy the gore and the violence in the book. However, there were a couple of things that I didn't really enjoy so much, which are that there were a lot of things that were really convenient / unbelievable, and also the character development was not that great. The characters felt really, you know, simple, really like too perfect, you know what I mean? Like characters that are non-realistic or too perfect, which doesn't make the story believable. But I think it's a great horror read, especially if you're looking for a horror story for the summer, since, you know, it has to do with an island and a boat and holidays. So I would recommend you to check it out, of course, anytime, but I think it's great for a summer story. And the other book that I started, which I'm currently reading, it's actually a novella. It's called The Melon Witch, and I am enjoying it, but I'm already, I think, 60% into the story. And the only problem that I have with the book is that it's not original really. So we are following this woman that after losing her boyfriend, she is having a lot of trouble to deal with the loss, and her sister gives her the keys to their new home by the sea, this cottage called Melon Cottage. And she gives her the keys and tells her, just go there, spend some time by yourself, read a little bit, disconnect yourself from society, you know, kind of try to move on. And she decides to take the offer. And when she gets to this cottage, she starts to make discoveries about who used to live in the cottage, the legends that the people in that small town tell about some witches. And in the end, this is a story about a legend that involves witches that used to live there. And I'm enjoying it, but like everything that happens is things that you have seen done many times in this type of books and this type of stories. There is nothing new. There is like ABC kind of witch story or hunting story, you know what I mean? It's like, now this is gonna happen, then this is gonna happen. It's like predictable because you know what's coming. And like I said, I kind of wish it would have had something a little bit more original to the story or something fresh to add to it. But nevertheless, I like the writing. I like that it is really easy to read and it is immersive. Like I am there in the story with these characters, like I see it. So I might try other things by this author anyways, because like I said, there's a lot of things that I like. My only negative thing, it's only really that it is predictable / not original. So that's why, you know, I'm not gonna give it a really high rating, but I am still enjoying it so far. I'll let you know when I finish it what happens, because like I said, I'm 60% into it. So yeah, this is for now my update. And now that I have finished the recording of tomorrow's video, I think it's time for food, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Are you my sleepy baby? Oh. Oh.
Hello everybody, it is Monday, and Monday came and Monday left because it is already 7 p.m. on a Monday. And the thing is, right now at work things are super busy. I'm gonna be really busy the whole week. But yesterday I kept reading some short stories and I have finished The Melon Witch, which I gave 3 stars. I really enjoyed it. It was fast-paced, it was nice, but it wasn't anything new or fresh that was brought to the table when it comes to like witches or ghost stories, things like that. But it is a nice novella, and definitely I want to check out more things by the author because I really did enjoy the writing. And I also started another novella called Slaves to Gravity, and that's what I would like to talk to you about today. It is weird fiction combining a little bit of sci-fi with a little bit of horror, and the concept is kind of, you know, special. So we have this woman that has had an accident, and after the accident she had like really important big surgery in her brain, and after that she realizes that something has changed for her, and she has special abilities that she didn't know she had before. And I don't want to tell you too much about it because of course it's a novella, and if I say too much it's gonna be spoilery. But we're following different characters that are experiencing the same thing and have these abilities that they cannot talk about. And apparently there are some dark creatures that are coming for them, and I'm like, what is this mix of science fiction and horror and creatures? So I'm really enjoying it because it is a weird mix of things, and I love that they're combining, you know, sci-fi kind of superpowers with the dark creatures, kind of creepy stuff. I love it. Look at the baby. Anyways, so Lilith and I are going to catch up now with some Animal Crossing because I haven't played at all today and I need to take care of my stuff. And I think that I'm gonna have dinner, watch a movie, and catch up with some reading later. Like I said, Mondays, it's just like I wake up early, I start working, and when I realize the day is gone, I'm like, what? Where's my day? What happened? So yeah, I'm just gonna chill for the rest of the day, like play some Animal Crossing, watch a movie, and then catch up with some reading. And I'll let you know tomorrow what is the status. Hello you guys, it is Tuesday and this is probably gonna be my only update for today as well. This week is being really hard on me. I'm just keeping it real here. I've been working the whole day. It's currently 6 p.m. and I have to record a video for today, edit it, I have to wash my hair, I have to change the bed sheets. Like, I have a lot of things to take care of today. It's been a really busy day, so I haven't really had much time for reading, but I did finish Slave to Gravity, the novella, and this one was just so original, so weird, and it was such a fantastic merge of so many different genres. If you're looking for weird fiction, this is definitely for you. I kind of wished the book would have been a little bit longer because there's so many things that I would have loved to know the background, you know, to know where these things are coming from, legends that I would have loved to see. So I don't want to spoil it, so I'm going to keep it vague. But like I've mentioned, this is about this woman that after an accident, she wakes up at the hospital. She doesn't know what happened to her, but something inside of her has changed and she's able to do things she was not able to do before. But apart from that, it is so much more. It is science fiction with a little bit of fantasy and horror. It's like everything in one, and it gets weirder and weirder, but it's, you know, full of action. There are twists all the time, and it was a lot of fun. So definitely, if you're looking for something weird to read before the end of the year, you may want to check this one out because it is a novella, so it's fairly short. I read it basically in one day. Good morning everybody, happy Wednesday. The good news is my workload has reduced a little bit today, so yay for me and my mental health. So last night, guess who started a new book? We did. We started this beautiful book here, the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, and I didn't make it very far because I was passing out really hard after my day, so I made it only 30 pages in. But there is a little like author's note at the beginning, which is commenting how the author Grady Hendrix got inspired to create this book while he was doing my best friend's exorcism, which I have read. And he was saying that in that book, you know, the way that he portrays parents are the way that teenagers would see their parents. So kind of like annoying, irresponsible, whatever, you know, all of those like negative things. And he wanted to make a book from the perspective of the parents that are worried, that really would do anything and take any bullet for their kids. And that is how this book came to be. So he does mention this is not a sequel. However, this is supposed to take place, I believe, like 2 years from the events of my best friend's exorcism. And it is based on the same neighborhood, so I was already hooked when he mentioned that on the author's note. And I don't know if it is because this book is adult and it's not YA like my best friend's exorcism was, and it was told from the perspective of teenagers, but I am enjoying the writing style of this book a lot more. I don't know what it is, but I am absolutely loving the writing so much. So it might be only me. I know a lot of people really loved my best friend's exorcism. I enjoyed it, but it's not one of my absolute favorite books or anything like that. So I don't know if I'm gonna end up loving this one a lot or what's gonna happen, but like so far, only 30 pages in, the writing style already has me hooked. The story so far is about this woman called Patricia, and she has the feeling that her life has got a little bit boring. She's married, she has kids, she takes care of things around the house, and she feels like, you know, her life doesn't have that excitement anymore. So she decides to join a book club, and they read basically a book each month, and then they all meet up and do a presentation on the book and they talk about it. And I just cannot wait to keep getting to know more about this woman, and I just cannot wait for the part when she starts assuming the neighbors are, you know, vampires or serial killers or whatever she thinks they are, because I love those kind of movies, you know, kind of rear window movie where you look through the window, you kind of spy on your neighbors, because we all love to do that. Don't lie to yourself, you like to do that too. And you see them, I don't know, like pulling out these big bags of trash and you assume there's a body in there, you know, or they do something weird, they start to bury something in their backyard. I just love those stories. I think they're a lot of fun. They are a typical kind of mystery thriller setting in a way, but I just love it. So yeah, we shall see. Hello vlog, and welcome to my Thursday. Today, Thursday, it is already 7:30 p.m. The day just flew by with work and things to do. Today it is actually Thanksgiving, which for me, you know, I've never celebrated it. We never do over here, so for me it's a regular Thursday. But you know, I wish you all the best to everybody that is celebrating it, and I hope that, you know, even though this year you're probably not gonna have the same festivities as always, I hope that, you know, the most important thing, it's really just to stay safe and be healthy. So now that I have finished doing everything that I had to do for work and, you know, my YouTube channels, I think right now I'm gonna play a little bit of Animal Crossing. I know they're doing something for the Thanksgiving Day, so I don't know if they have special items, things like that, so I have to check it out. And after that, tonight there is another booktuber that is doing some reading sprints, so I'm definitely gonna join that to push myself to read a little bit more tonight. So that's the plan. Good morning, my coffee friends. So it is Saturday morning. I just woke up. It is early in the morning. I did go to bed pretty late yesterday because I was trying to like read as much as possible before I was just like passing out hard. So I did end up going to bed fairly late. I think it was like 1:30 or 2 in the morning. So I have made coffee because that is the most important thing that you have to get done in the morning. And we're just gonna have some coffee. And what I like to do on Saturday mornings is I like to always catch up on, like I've said before in my vlogs, like on my YouTube comments, things like that. Here is my coffee. And I like to kind of plan a little bit the things that I really need to get done this weekend. But yeah, anyways, I have filled my mug. This is how big it is, just for comparison. It's like my face. Hi. This is the type of day that we have today, is this mug. When I show you this mug, you know it's gonna be a hard one. And it says bitchin'. I got this mug from one of those like stores with like nerdy merch, and it was actually not that expensive. I think it was 7 or 8 euros, which was perfectly fine. And when I saw it, I'm like, I'm gonna need that mug, and you all know it. Like, I have so many, but this is, I think, the last one that I have purchased because I just could not say no. But before we go check out BookTube, I wanted to inform you of how my reading is doing. So I am around page 120 maybe of Southern Guide, and I'm really enjoying it. I don't know if it's that it's told from a perspective of adults or because it's an adult book and not a YA book, but I am enjoying the writing style so much more than my best friend's Exorcism. I don't know why, but I do find myself even laughing sometimes with this book, which I love. And we have Patricia. She is this, you know, this woman that is living her suburban life. She has her husband, she has her kids, and, you know, moms and this book club. And she finds, you know, her life is missing some excitement, and she joins this book club, and they are reading a lot of books related to true crime stories, which I find amazing, and they combine those with other books. But I'm loving that for them. And so basically there's an incident that one of the neighbors gets a little bit aggressive, and after that there's this new neighbor that you kind of know that he's gonna be a vampire, or you assume it, because he like needs to be invited in, you know. He doesn't like to be outside in the sun. He justifies it as something that happened to him, like an accident, and now his eyes cannot really deal with the light. But like all of these little hints that are basically telling you, yeah, this guy is a vampire. I don't know if the author is doing that on purpose and maybe it's not going to be a vampire at the end of the day. I don't know, because I don't know what to expect from Grady Hendrix, to be honest. So I'm kind of open to everything that might happen in the book. So that's where we're at. I'm trying not to say anything spoilery, so I'm just keeping it vague as much as I can. And I don't know, I'm really enjoying it. So the plan is, of course, to finish it by Monday, which is the last day, sadly, of the evilathon. So I still have quite some pages to read, I think around 300. So, but we have 3 days, so it's like 100 pages a day. We got this, we got this. And the other book that I'm reading is on my Kindle, and it's called Hold Back the Tide. I think it's by Melissa Salisbury, I want to say. Hopefully I got that right. And this one I'm actually really enjoying as well. It is about this girl that basically the first line on the book is like how to live with a murderer, and I'm like, sold. And she kind of gives you like tips on how to live with a murderer and not be killed. And I thought that first chapter was amazing. It is super fast-paced and easy to read. Like, I just started it and I'm already like 30% into the book. So the story is about this girl that lives in this like remote coastal town, like a small village kind of thing, and she lives with her dad on a cabin, and they are responsible to take care of the loch. I hope that's how you pronounce it. You know, Loch Ness, you know, like, yeah. So and they live in this cabin, and they are kind of outcast. Like, the people in the village don't really want to deal with them. They don't like them because of things that happened in the past, and she doesn't like her life there with her dad. She just wants to kind of escape that life, and so she's kind of trying to plan how to get out of there, of this village. And at the same time, the water level is going down and down to the point where, you know, there's something's gonna have to happen. Like, one of the best things about this book is I still don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I don't even know what direction it's gonna take or what to expect. So this kind of uncertainty, like, I don't know what's gonna happen, is what really is keeping me interested in reading it and invested and engaged. So really enjoying that one. So that's good news that the last 2 books that I'm reading for the evilathon I'm actually really enjoying. And I'm still working on those short stories. I have 1 short story left from Local Hunts, so I'm definitely gonna finish that one today. And the other 2 books, I'm gonna have to try my best to try at least to get them done before the end of the month, so that I can start December with a clean slate. So that's the plan. Yeah, so that's the tea on the 2 books that I have been reading, and I'm so glad that it's the weekend finally. This last week at work has been a mess because we had a lot of work, plus a colleague was on holidays and I had to take care of his shit, and so I was a little bit like overloaded. So I'm glad that now I have my weekend to just relax, read my books and all of those things. So yeah, let's get to be a little bit productive on booktube, and then we will get to more reading, and I'll get back to you once I have more thoughts on the books. I have been reading on my Kindle a little bit, and I am now 50% into Hold Back the Tide, and I'm really enjoying it. Definitely did not expect the book to be like this. I don't know what I was even expecting, but it is so much more different from your typical like YA story or story about teenagers, and we're getting to the part where we have started to know what is this darkness that surrounds this place. I don't want to say too much about it, just you should just know there is some type of darkness, there is something roaming around this place. That's all I want to say, because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but something has happened and we are kind of investigating now what's going on, and kind of like an old legend kind of thing, and I am here for it. I am loving it. We stand. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this one a lot more than I thought, and I did finish Local Hunts. Absolutely loved it. I really loved the stories. Definitely a great short horror story compilation, and it's just so special when you see the names of the writers, because they are people that you know from the horror booktube community, and I don't know, it just made me so happy to read the book. So if you have, you know, a copy available, or you can grab it from Amazon, I definitely recommend you to do so, and you are also at the same time supporting the community, which is amazing. Good morning, guys. Welcome to our coffee times on a Sunday. So let's keep it real here. Yesterday was really hard for me. I started the day okay, but since last week I have been working like for 2 people, really stressed about work, and my neck and back problems got worse throughout the week. And yesterday I was in so much pain that I didn't really do much. I was most of the time in bed reading, watching something, and I had to push myself to finish my pages for the books that I was reading yesterday, because like I said, I was in a lot of pain and all I wanted to do was watch something and pass out. But I did push myself to read the pages, so at least, you know, I'm happy that I pushed through. But don't worry, even though I didn't have a great night's sleep, I have decided that I already procrastinated yesterday, so today I am gonna have to put myself together and be productive. So I had a nice cold shower to wake up, I have my coffee, and I am determined to make this day work. So I did read yesterday though, like I said, so I did get to page 218 from the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I don't know what to think about this book at this point. I'm still enjoying it. It's getting a little bit more slow. At this point, I'm a little bit like, I don't know exactly where we're gonna go with all of this, which is kind of scary and exciting at the same time. So I don't know, but today, like I say, I'm still gonna be productive. So there are 2 people in booktube that are gonna do reading sprints tonight, one after the other, so I'm just gonna do all of those reading sprints with them so that I can get to all of my reading. Hi guys, so I completely forgot to wrap up my evilathon vlogs, and I know they've gotten so long. I think I need to try to make them shorter next time around. I just talk too much, okay? I'm sorry. I had many thoughts on the books. But I am about actually already to record my wrap up for the whole month of November for the evilathon. But before I do, I just wanted to close these vlogs by letting you know that I did finish Monday night the last 2 books for the evilathon. So hold back the tide. This is a YA horror that I gave a 4 coffee mug rating. Really enjoy it, really recommend. It didn't even really read like much like YA. It didn't have like your typical YA tropes, and I think that's also part of why I enjoy it so much, and because you think it's going to be a certain type of story and then it turns into something so much bigger, and it was a lot of fun. And then I also finished the Southern Book Club Guide of Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix, and I have so many mixed feelings about that book. I think I'm gonna end up giving it a 3.5, I think. And the book started like so good for me, then in the middle it started to turn into something that I was not enjoying so much anymore. The ending was a bit rushed for me, and there were a couple of decisions that were made based on these neighbor that I'm not happy about. I don't want to go into spoilers or anything, but I don't know, like I really enjoyed the writing. I thought it was a lot of fun. It had really funny moments, you know, I found myself like laughing about it, and I kind of understand where the author was going with, you know, the story, but I feel like I needed more information about the background story of this neighbor, and you know, kind of an explanation of what he's doing, the things that he's doing. And also I felt like our main character and the friends and everybody was a little bit superficial, like they were kind of bland characters, and I don't know, I think I was kind of expecting a little bit more. I still really enjoyed the writing a lot, so that's why I'm a little bit, you know, not want to give it less than 3, because all in all I did enjoy the book. But yeah, the good news is I did finish all the books that I had on my TBR pile. I only have a couple of short stories from 2 books left, and that's it. So I am really happy. I read a lot this month, and yeah, so soon I will also upload my wrap up so that you can check again all the things that I read all together and all my ratings all together. So I'll see you all in my